Welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda from Makeup for Unicorns, and today I'm going to be doing a review and a first impressions on the Sephora Pro palette. I have the editorial palette here, and I'm just going to create a look and give you a review and my first impressions. And I'm pretty excited about this one because I've been looking forward to this for a while, and they were actually out of stock for so long, so finally got my hands on one, and I've been waiting all week to use it, to save it for filming, and it's finally in my hands. I'm so excited, so let's get on into this. So if you'd like to see this, then please keep on watching. Okay, let's start this review. So this is the box. It's very pretty. It has like a little bit of holographics going on to it, slightly. And y'all know me and my holographics. And on the back, it just shows you all of the shade names and all the shades and ingredients, all that fun stuff. And if you didn't know, these Pro palettes come in a warm toned palette, a cool toned palette, and the editorial. And I of course got the editorial because I love me a colorful palette. So inside the box that it comes in, you also get this little pamphlet thing. It kind of shows you different looks you can do. So with like these 4 shades, it'll show you a look that you can create, and it kind of explains exactly how to create that look, which is pretty handy because sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do with a palette with so many colors, and this is just like a little guideline. This could come in handy when I get stuck. Alright, this is the palette. It is quite heavy, I would say. It's got a good weight to it, so the quality is definitely there. This is the back, nothing too exciting. The magic right on inside. The beautiful palette. Look, you can see me. You can see me, and then you see me, and then you see me again. So many colors to choose from, and I'm so excited to use it. I actually don't even know what I'm going to do here. I had 0 plans starting out. I was thinking about doing like a My Little Pony redo because that palette just didn't work out for me, and I kind of wanted to do a look like that again. I might go for like similar shades to that, and then try out some of these other colors, like some of these shades up top that you can put over the colors to kind of give them a different look. Might be fun. So I might have lipstick on my teeth like the beginning of that whole intro. And also with the palette, this comes on top, and this is just the protector, but it also has the names of every shade, so you can just place it on top and figure out what the shade is called. Probably would have been easier to just have that written right on the palette, but I mean, this is fine. I have no complaints. My whole face is done except for the eyes I've left for this video, and we're just gonna get right on in. My eyes are primed. I always use the MAC paint pot in Painterly to prime my eyes, in case you're wondering. I have swatched this palette in store because I wanted to see before I bought it if it was something that I actually wanted, or if I was just attracted to the online photo. And they actually swatch really nice. They're very smooth and pigmented. So let's get into this look. Let's figure out what we gonna do. I'm just gonna bring you in a little closer. Okay, so we're a little bit closer so you can have a better look at what I'm doing. The first shade I'm going to use is the shade Porcelain, and I'm just gonna put that all over my eyes. And just from dipping in, there is a lot of kick up? I don't know if it's kick up or kick back. I always hear a couple things, but it is quite powdery. But I don't have an issue with that because I find that shadows that do that are usually my favorite ones because they're so pigmented and they blend really well. So I ain't complaining. For my transition shade, I'm going to go in with the shade Maisha. And she's very pigmented on the brush. Look at that. Oh yes. That's just one touch to the brush. Like, I never went back in, and that is pigmented and that is pretty. And it is blending like a dream. There's no issues with that. This is such a pretty color. This shade had just like a touch of kick up. I want to try using a blue shade. I'm going to use the shade Chris, which is the shade right here, and I'm going to put that into the crease. This shade is really pretty and very pigmented, and I'm just gonna put it on the outer corners as well. And this blue shade mixing with the pink is actually creating like a really pretty purple. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's looking really pretty. And this is kind of what I was hoping the My Little Pony palette to be like. And so far there's been no issues with fallout. I haven't had any fallout land underneath yet, but I'll tell you if I do. And I'm just gonna go back in with that shade Maisha, just to bring some more pink. I feel like I lost it a little bit. I think these colors look so pretty together. On my lids, I'm going to go in with the shade Helen P. This one has a lot of powderiness to it, but again, that's no issue for me. The pigmentation of these shadows is amazing. It's exactly what I expected it to be. I'm just going back in with that blue shade to blend the two together. I'm loving how these shadows are blending so far. I'll get real close so you can see. For my brow bone, I'm just going to use the white shade again. This one was called Porcelain. I'm just going to spray my brush and use this shade Rose Quartz and just put that in the center of my lids. Oh yeah, she pretty. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Sean. And I'm just going to take shade Maisha again and blend this Sean color out a little bit. I think that looks real pretty. And for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to use the shade Ice. Spray my brush. Ice is popping. So I just noticed that there was a little bit of fallout and it kind of landed right here, but nothing too crazy. So I'm just gonna finish off my eyes, do some liner and might do some lashes, I'm not sure. And then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on this palette. So BRB. Alright, the look is now complete. I finished up the eyes, put on some lashes, and I think it came together really nice. Here is my final thoughts on the Sephora Pro Palette Editorial. I love this palette so far. I mean, I used quite a bit of colors. So I used about 7 shades from this palette, and I have to say that I enjoyed every single shade that I did use. I think that the pigmentation of these shadows is amazing. There is a little bit of fallout and kickback, but that's not a problem. If the shadows are going to be like super pigmented and blend really nice, then I don't mind some fallout or powderiness in the pan. It's not an issue for me. For some that might be, so if that is something you don't enjoy, then you probably won't enjoy this palette. The shades are very soft and they blend super easy. I had an easy time with this. I really like how this eye look turned out. This is exactly what I was hoping from the My Little Pony palette, but if you watch that video, you'll see what happened there. Definitely recommend. I know they are a little bit expensive, but I would say it's worth it if you don't have a palette like this. I don't know how the warm and cool tone ones are. My friend Amelia actually has the warm tone one, and she has done a review on it as well. I'll link that video, specific video, down below so you can check that out, but she really enjoyed it and almost convinced me to get the warm one as well, but I think I had my heart set on the editorial since I saw they were coming out, so I had to get the more colorful one. But I don't know, now that I've used this one, I kind of want to get all of them because I have an addiction. I'm very happy with these shadows and I would definitely recommend these. I obviously haven't used all of them yet. Let's just swatch these bottom ones because I saw some people having issues with these ones. Let's just see what they got going on here. So that one's pretty light and like glittery, just like a chunky glittery shadow. That one looks pretty. It's a little bit sheer as well, but it's like, I think on a wet brush that would go on really nicely. That one looks really pretty. I think all of these shades on a wet brush would definitely work out really pretty. This one looks really nice on the finger. Let's just see here. Ooh. That one is really pretty. I don't know if it's gonna film as pretty as it actually is, but it's like a rose goldie. A rose goldie. Those ones don't seem terrible. I think just with a wet brush will definitely help bring those to life. But the mattes are absolutely amazing. I would say these top shades are very similar to the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, which I have. Yes, I am very pleased. What else can I say? I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.